Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to Lira in Law, broadcasting live as usual from London, England. Ako pong host nyo ngayon, Lira Simon Kapatbat. I'm a practicing lawyer. My firm is called Douglas Simon Solicitors. Now we are a firm of solicitors now in London. We've been established for over 2 decades. Actually, sobra pa. And I myself have been qualified post-qualification. So never mind, the studies, the training, and on. I've been post-qualification experience as a lawyer now for 32 years. Gosh, it hurts to even say it. 32 years. So a long time na nga po. And so I'm so pleased you could join me. Salamat po. No? It's as usual, we are dealing with big topics. I mean, it's I've been in practice now, yung nga sabi ko, 32 years. In the last, I don't think I've been busier than I have been in the last 2 years by comparison to say 30 years nga, no, the previous 30 years. It's been incredibly busy. Probably because of the my main areas of expertise, which is immigration nga and family. So they've been really, really busy. Ang pag-uusapan po natin ngayon is actually a combination of both, no? So family and also immigration nga. So basically, ang topic po natin ngayon, divorcing in the UK. It's kind of complementary in a way, no? Last week, we have ang pinag-usapan nga natin is marrying in the United Kingdom, and we also discussed, what partners, definition of partners. But today, pag-usapan natin sa flip side, maybe not complementary, but the flip side of it, which is divorcing in the United Kingdom, but with an immigration twist. No? So hindi nga lang natin titignan yung mga steps in order to petition for divorce if you are in that unfortunate position. Titignan nga din natin if you go into divorce, what does that mean for immigration? No? What happens nga, can you divorce, for example, kung kinasakay sa atin sa Pilipinas? Can you divorce also kung may hindi ka indefinite leave to remain dito, hindi ka Briton nga dito? What happens if one party is not in the United Kingdom? Or can you divorce kung wala kang visa? So it's a big topic in itself, the issue of divorce. So I'll take you through that, and also I'll take you through yung panibagong batas. Well, panibago, I mean, from April 2022, nagbago nga ang batas. I'll take you through the process nga. I'll also show you nga the steps, no, in case you want to, you're in that unfortunate position and you want to commence divorce proceedings, and also nga the immigration twist. And so it's one thing to know, to advise now on the law, which is what you want your solicitor nga to do, but it's also maganda nga if they also apply it, of course, to your circumstance, no? So yung titingnan nga natin. So malaki, as usual, ang topic nga natin. As usual, no? It's every Thursday, between 7:30 and 8:30 nandito ako, and I hope and thank you for joining me. And of course, kung meron kayong mga comments and gusto niyo and you want to say hello, please do say hello, because although I enjoy very much all of the segments nga natin, I enjoy most best yung batian, no? So I hope that you do. Now, so yung po malaking topic nga natin. We're going to go on a short commercial break. Saglit lang naman. Please join me again in a few moments, and then we'll launch into our topic, which is divorcing in the United Kingdom, but with an immigration twist. So saglit lang, ha? See you soon. Welcome back po. Welcome back to Lira in Law, broadcasting live from the UK, from London, England. Ako pong host nyo, Lira Simon Kabata. Thank you for joining me. Ang pag-uusapan po natin nga ngayon, big topic as usual, which is divorcing in the United Kingdom but with an immigration twist. Now, so tingnan muna natin yung proseso, no? Now, before I'll show you the process nga step by step. But just to say, nung nagbago ng batas, so dati, before the 6th of April 2022, kailangan yung pakita na yung hindi nga lang na the irretrievable breakdown of marriage, but also that either unreasonable behavior, o kaya 5-year separation, o kaya 2-year separation, or desertion, or adultery dati, no? From the 6th of April 2022, so only a little over, well, actually over a year ago now, nearly 2 years now, nagbago nga po ang batas. So binago nila, and actually it's a good change. Sometimes changes in the law is not always good, but I think on the whole, it was a good change, and it was actually high time na ginawa nga nila yon. So ang ngayon, they now have what's called no fault divorce. So wala kang kailangan ng pakitang may kasalanan nga. But it's still not it's a simpler process, but it's not a simple process. Okay. So it's still quite, it still needs quite a bit of thinking. At saka kung hindi kayo sigurado, you should seek legal advice. Hindi nga lang divorce often ang situation, ang issue. Divorce comes with maybe mga bata, kung meron kayong mga anak, and of course divorce, not of course, but often divorce comes also with money. Clean break, for example. Pero focus po natin ngayon, divorce. Now, papakita ko sa inyo yung proseso, and then I'll pick out nga certain issues to look at. And yung nga, sabi ko nga kanina, importante nga, we applied also with the immigration twist, because I think that is what confuses people. So, tignan ko nga lang, papakita ko sa inyo yung steps for divorce. So, the long ones, that's, ito po. So, that's part of it. So, yan po. So, makita nyo yan. So, I've just noted it, no? Kung meron ka, mamaya, kung gusto nyo makita nga yung, you want a copy of this, just email me sa lirainlaw@douglas-simon.com. Tapos, papadala ko ito sa inyo. But, taking it from the top, I'll zoom through it, no? Because you can read that through later on now. So steps in divorce, una po, no? So after the 6th of April 2022, una nga, no fault divorce na. So hindi nyo kailangang sabihin nga na ay nagbabae siya, o naglalaki siya, o kaya umalis siya, iniwan ka, ganon. You don't need to do that now. It's a no fault divorce. Terminology, nagbago nga din, no? So dati po, ang tawag sa divorce petition, well, it was divorce petition ang tawag until the 6th of April 2022. Ang ngayon na, you say you're making an application, tawag na. So that's obviously quite a big change. Now, dati po, the stage before the final divorce, ang tawag nga decree nisi. Ngayon, ang tawag na nga conditional order. Tapos yung last order, the one that divorces you, dating tawag decree absolute. Ngayon ang tawag na nga final order. Now, tingnan ko nga lang if I can just show you the second page nga to this terminology. So, nagbago nga yan. Now, ngayon nga din, by comparison to before, you can make a joint application. So, kung pareho nga kayo gusto nyo yung divorce and you want to do it jointly so that you're both in charge of the divorce, no? You can make actually a joint application. Dati, pre-6 of April 2022, you couldn't do that. One had to be the petition, the other one had to be the respondent. Ngayon, you can even make a joint application, which is actually very good, no? Online system. Now, again, perhaps not so new, pero ngayon na, you can create an account, no? My HMCTS, ang tawag, HMCTS. You create an account and you can start the petition nga online. You can do it on paper, and also nga, you can also do it online. Kung meron kayong mga abogado, we need to do it online. So that's online system. May bayad po. So when you apply for your petition for divorce, may bayad £593 ang bayad po. Now, tingnan ko nga, and so, once you've submitted nga online, yung application, mangyayari divorce process, okay? Now, this takes a bit, ito, mga tao lagi either hindi nga nila alam kung nakakalimutan nila. And your solicitor should also explain this, yung abogado nyo. Bago kayo makaka-apply nga ng divorce, kailangan nandito kayo nakatira, no? We'll talk about the habitual resident in a moment, pero nandito kayo nakatira 1 taon, minimum po yun. And you also need to be married at least 1 year. The competition for divorce before that. So kailangan yung pakita nga yun. Yun ang una. Otherwise, the court will not have nga jurisdiction. So as I've said, commencing divorce proceedings, you create an account with HMCTS, makikita nga nila doon, and then you do it online. It's frankly, doing it online is far easier than doing it on paper. Mas mabilis pa. That's why, pagka yung asawa nyo, kung meron siyang email, also make sure that you get that, no? Because it's far easier for the court to send nga emails, no? Now, when that's been that, when you commence divorce proceedings nga, let me just see about the second page nga dito. Let's have a look if there's a second page. Or maybe ito nga, no? So, serving the application, yung divorce petition nga, now called application. Kailangan yung, pagka nag-issue kayo ngayon, okay, kailangan yung ipadala yun, i-serve, that's what they say, serving the petition, within 28 days of issue, okay? Otherwise, you have issues with the court. It becomes potentially invalid. So you have to serve it within 28 days. They don't have to acknowledge it within 28 days, pero kailangan yung padala either by email or nga by allowing for postal nga within 28 days po. Okay? And then, of course, pagka nakuha na ng asawa nyo, they then have 14 days to reply. Okay? Yung acknowledgement, kailangan nilang so kailangan ibalik sa korte. Ano bang gagawin nila? Do they agree? Do they not agree? Are they looking to defend? They have 14 days nga to do that. No? Tapos, once the respondent, tawag nga sa kanila, respondent, yung asawa nyo, has done that. Now, let me just see if I can get to the next page nga. Yeah. So, the next thing is, so sabihin natin, nag-petition na nga, nag-apply na nga kayo, nagpasok na yung application, sumagot na siya, sabi niya, walang problema. Now, what's the next step? You can then make an application for a conditional order, but beware, okay? Ito nga, I've highlighted it. You need to have that confirmation, yung application for the conditional order cannot be made until 20 weeks, no? Has elapsed from the start of the proceedings. A long time, no? But that's it's a safety measure really na gusto nga nilang siguraduhin na talagang gusto nyong gawin. No? So it allows people really to think about it. So from the start nga until the start of the proceedings, you need to be able to show nga 20 weeks after. Okay? Tapos, pagka nakuha na niya ang conditional order and they grant it, what then happens? Then you can make an application nga for the final order. Yun. So, there'll be another a further 6 weeks until the final order can be applied for. So, meron kang nakakuha ng conditional order, you have another 6 weeks on top of that to get then the final order. So, talagang may mga there's time nga, no, deadlines. It's really to allow people to think about it. Yung ba talagang gusto nilang gawin. So that is really the application, the steps you need to undertake in order nga to get divorce. Now, things to watch out for, okay? So nga, sabi ko, you need to be married for 1 year po, okay? No exception to that. You need to be married for 1 year. You also need to be living in the United Kingdom for 1 year. I'm going to follow that up, the issue nga of habitual residence. Now, kung ako kayo, so if you, sabihin natin gusto nyo magpakasal sa ibang tao, kung ako kayo, I would not just look at the effectively 6.5 months, which is the 20 weeks and then another 6 weeks, because inevitably may delay, sabihin natin, o kaya hindi siya basta-basta sumagot yung asawa nyo. So my experience is you should really allow to be on the safe side 9 months. So it takes a while, from beginning to the end, provided of course the respondent, yung asawa nyo, replies. Kung hindi nga siya sasagot, baka matagalan pa, because you may need to make an application for an order to continue kahit hindi nga siya sumagot. Now, so yung nga, kailangan yung kasal a minimum nga of 1 year, and you need to have been living also in the United Kingdom for 1 year. Now, this is where it gets a bit complex. The issue of habitual resident. But let's look at that in relation to different scenarios. So ito pong mga sitwasyon na I often come across. So scenario 1, kasal kayo sa Pilipinas, but dito na kayo nakatira, no? So it happens, no? It's kinasal nga kayo doon, maganda nga pumasok nga, dumating nga kayo dito, baka may mga bata, o isang nandito, kinuha niya, and then you've decided actually, you no longer wish to be married. So you're married in the Philippines, but both now living in the United Kingdom. That's scenario 1. Scenario 2, kasal kayo sa atin, pero yung asawa nyo, nakatira pa rin sa Pilipinas. Pero ikaw, nandito ka na, no? Third scenario, kasal kayo sa Pilipinas, dito kayo nakatira, pero hindi ka pa indefinite, so hindi ka pa settled status, o hindi ka pa Briton, o wala kang visa, overstayer. Titignan din natin yun. So tingnan muna natin options 1 and 2. Okay, scenarios 1 and 2. Now, that goes, ang una nilang titignan, so kasal nga kayo sa atin, no? And most people, they say to me, or a lot of people, they say to me, well, kinasal kami sa Pilipinas, doon kami kailangan mag-petition nga. No, wala naman tayong divorce sa atin, annulment lang, no? So I often say to them, no, hindi nyo kailangan mag-annul nga sa atin in order to say, get rid of the marriage in the United Kingdom. And of course, kung meron nga kayong divorce dito, valid po yun dito, at saka sa mga ibang bansa, but not the Philippines. Okay? That's ating nga walang divorce, unless you take another step, and that step is not always available to you, which is an application for recognition of a foreign decree. But it may not be available to you. But it could be if you're both British na nga dito. So yun, so importante nga na alam nyo, you can. So kahit nga kasal kayo sa atin, nandito kayo, o yung ikaw, nandito kayong pareho, o ikaw nga lang nandito, you can petition for divorce, no? Now, it hinges on, ang tawag nga nila, habitual resident. Okay? That goes back really to yung sabi ko, kailangan nandito ka 1 year. It's in that thing, no? Now, you will hear reference to ang tawag nga, habitual resident o kaya domicile. Okay? Iba po yung dalawang yun, no? Domicile is more about your citizenship. Okay? Pero kailangan yung pakita, hindi nga lang na domicile, but you also need to show habitual residence. So you could be domiciled elsewhere, but you must be habitually resident in the UK. So between the two, kailangan pakita yung habitual residence. Now, ang pinaka malaking kaso doon, ang tawag nga Marinos against Marinos. It was actually a Greek case, no? So kailangan yung pakita, what's habitual resident? No? Kailangan yung pakita na you are UK is your home effectively, no? Ang tawag nga nila, there's some kind of permanence or stability of your residence in the United Kingdom. This is the UK is the location, the center of the person's interest. Yung nga sabi niya yung kasong yun. So basically, itong ang UK, ang trato mo sa UK, this is your home, no? If that's the case, then you are likely to be considered to have habitual resident. Now, kung habitual resident kayo, kung doon kayo kinasal sa atin, o pero nandito kayo na pareho, o kinasal kayo sa atin, yung asawa nyo nga nandun pa rin, the court will still be able to look at divorce proceedings and grant grant your application and grant you nga a final order decree absolute ang tawag nga dati. So you can get that means you get the divorce in the United Kingdom. Okay? So yung nga importante po yung habitual resident. Now, let's take it one step further. And this is actually a fairly common scenario, no? So let's look at the third possibility. Kasal kayo sa atin, okay? Pero dito na kayo, pero wala kang visa. Overstayer ka. No? Pero matagal ka na dito for your purpose, you are already this is now home. It could be na meron kang panibagong partner, for example, nga dito, o meron kayong anak. No? So this is UK now is home. Wala ka nga lang visa. Pwede ka pa rin bang mag-issue ng application o ng divorce nga dito? Okay? The answer is yes, you can. No? Because you will still be deemed to have habitual resident. The habitual resident nga is you're treating the UK your home. It is not so much. It still can be looked at in relation to immigration nga yung status nyo, but less so. So kung kahit wala kang visa, if you regard the UK as your home with permanency, no, then the court should have the jurisdiction to look at divorce. So mga tao na akala nila wala nga silang visa dito, hindi sila pwedeng mag-petition nga o mag-apply nga ng divorce. Mali po yun. Pero dahil nga may problema nga yung immigration, it may be good to see a solicitor. So sabihin nyo nga anong sitwasyon and explain to them what your facts are, and then they should be able to say to you, no, meron bang pwede ba yung divorce o hindi, no? Because if you're regarded not to have habitual resident, then the court will not nga have jurisdiction. Now, just on that, importante nga din po to. Sabihin natin, sometimes nga mga tao, no, someone wants to petition, say, in America, o kaya sa annulment nga sa Pilipinas, o kaya sa Germany, ganoon, no? So, usually, who issues first, no, if both have jurisdiction, retains the jurisdiction. So, ibig sabihin, kung gusto nyo dito mangyari, alam nyo naman yung asawa nyo, gusto niya mag-petition sa Amerika siya, gawin nyo immediately. Okay? Kung silang mauna, it could be that the court says dito, kahit mag-issue ka nga, it could be the court says, oh, well, no, there's nothing we can do. Dahil the US also has jurisdiction, pero nauna sila nga doon. So, kung yun ang balak nyo, kung natatakot nga kayo na baka mag-issue siya sa US, hindi ka naman pwedeng basta-basta pumunta sa US, then you should issue sooner not rather than later. So it's not it's actually quite it can be quite complex nga, no? But as I say, it becomes even more complex kung meron nga kayong immigration issue. And sometimes nga both go hand in hand, no? That you issue divorce proceedings, tapos pagkatapos na yon, you want to then marry or remarry someone else, and then immigration also comes into it. So, importante nga po, you get your timing also right. Now, anong kailangan nyo pakita? Anong kailangan nyo in order to issue, apply for divorce? Two things nga, no? And yung kailangan yung marriage contract nyo, kung galing sa Pinas, no? Alam nyo naman, makukuha nyo yung, you can even apply now online. Matagal nga lang, mabagal nga lang sila magpadala. But you can make an application to the PSA, no? Dati po ang tawag NSO, but you can do that, no? And then, you do need that though. And you need to make sure nga that it's na hindi nga malabo, no? I come across often nga, marriage contracts na napakalabo. So, siguraduhin nyo na makikita nga. Especially mga luma, when I think it was typewritten. So, make sure it is clear. No? At ang kailangan nyo, pagbayad. £593. Okay? Bayad nga. So, it's not a small amount of money. And of course, kailangan yung mga informasyon. So, kailangan address nga ni Mr. o kaya Mrs. sa atin. Kung nandun siya nga sa Pilipinas, preferably with an email also. so that it can be sent more quickly. Then sometimes nga ang postal service sa atin na mabagal eh. And it's faster, it's cheaper, no, and often easier to send documents nga by email. No? So it's quite a complex area of law if you really have to get into the issue of yung habitual resident. Pero importante po, you must have habitual resident in the United Kingdom. Otherwise, hindi nga titignan ng korte yung application nyo. And of course, pagka-divorce na nga kayo, you can remarry in the UK. Now, kung balak nyo, gusto nyo umuwi nga sa atin, doon kayo magpapakasal, that may be a problem. Dahil nga sa atin, of course, the law says wala nang divorce. The only way of getting rid of it potentially is yung annulment nga. And annulment, as you know, can be quite complex and can be quite long and can be quite costly. So kung balak nyo magpakasal, kung nandito naman si Mr. o Mrs. dito, then you should do it here. Kung nandun nga yung gusto nyo, yung fiancé nyo sa atin, then you may need to make an application for fiancé visa. So it's a bit strange, it's a clash of jurisdictions dahil nga dito divorce na nga kayo, dito pwede kayo magpakasal, sa atin kasal pa rin nga kayo. But the application, kung nandun nga si Mr. or si Mrs. na gusto nyo kunin dito, will actually be for fiancé visa. Strange, that you can apply for fiancé visa kung kasal ka pa nga sa atin. But of course, if they're coming into the United Kingdom, they will of course apply English law, or they have to apply English law. So ibig sabihin, they could still come into the country as a fiancé. So it's one of those really interesting, at least for me, really interesting areas of law, especially kung yung it's not just family law in relation to divorce, but also immigration twist, and of course there are jurisdictional issues as well, so it can be quite complex. But look, ang maganda nga, you can do something about it. Pero kung hindi nyo alam, hindi kayo sigurado, ang payo ko, you should really seek legal advice. There are many areas in immigration, family law, where I say, well, it may be something that you can do yourself. But ito po, kung magdi-divorce kayo, if you have these jurisdictional issues o meron kayong immigration issue, I would take legal advice muna. And then if you really comfortable to do it nga, then of course you can see about pursuing the application. But be careful. Ingat po nga kayo. No? Now, I hope that you enjoyed that. I certainly did. But I always do. No? Mga topic nga natin. It's been 2024 has 2023 also, no? But really 2024 has proven itself to be a very challenging, interesting, legal topics. So, ang dami. And I would say, okay, I'm quite biased, but I would say the most interesting really developments are in immigration and family law, and I suspect that will continue, in 2024. I'm sure probably also 2025. So I hope that you can continue joining us nga dito, because of course we're going to try and update you as far as often as we possibly can. So so it's big topic nga uli. Now I think we've come to our my favorite segment, which is the batian. So let's see if I hope that you have some that we have nga some people saying hello. Sandali lang let me have a look kung may batian tayo. Okay. Egay, the guy. Okay, the guy. We love Egay. The guy. And of course, Justin. He's Robin. He's Robin to his the Robin to his Batman, no? Sunny but cold Thursday to you, Attorney Lira, and to the viewers, no? Working from home today. Oh, you're lucky, no? Nag-aalaga kay Justin now. Nakita niyo ba siya? He's so cute, no? Looking forward to lots of learning again, and to Attorney Lira's lovely voice, Egay, the guy. No, he's such a committed dad. We love him. No, we love him. He's so good. No, he's just so good nga. Now, sino pa po? So hopefully we have some. Miss Rafa, Lady Emmeline, no? She's feeling good. Tingnan nyo. All caps, ha? Hello, good evening, Attorney Lira and everyone. Happy Thursday again to all. I tell you what, it's sinabi kong pangalan ni Lady Emmeline. For those of you who very kindly join me regularly and previously nga, meron akong aso, ang pangalan niya Dr. Watson. So narinig niya yung pangalan ni Miss Rafael, tumayo siya. So I don't know. So, I think he likes your name, Miss Rafael, no? Watching from Wimbledon. Wimbledon, of course, is the home of tennis. Oh, a few more months, no? June ba, Miss Rafael? I think June, no? Ang tennis. Yeah. So it's I didn't actually follow it last year. I'm not really sure why. But this year, it looks like it's going to be interesting. So you're going to be busy, Miss Rafael. So make sure that it's that you watch your tennis, no? Ma'am Cora, she's lovely. Ma'am Cora, hello, attorney. Sabi po niya. And everyone, many thanks again, no, for sharing us your precious time. Oh, my pleasure po. Sharing us immigration, divorcing issues, in the UK. Love you and love you as ever. Oh, we love you. We love you, Ma'am Cora. She is so lovely. I have had the pleasure of meeting Ma'am Cora. She is lovely. She's and as I say, no, Ma'am Cora, Miss Rafael nga, they paved the way for people nga like me, no, to come to the United Kingdom. So they've been always nga grateful to them. Miss Giling, lagi ko ito sinasabi dahil totoo. Miss Giling is one of my favorite people. She's hardworking. She's always prepared, no, and she's lovely. She's also a really nice person nga. And tsaka buo niyang pamilya. So, hello, good evening po, ma'am, sabi niya, no? And to all viewers, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Actually, I've been doing this Thursday for a long time now, no? I'm so happy nga that you continue nga to join me in during our happy Thursdays. Ooh, David Calixto II. Oh, good evening po, Attorney Lira and everyone. Oh, hi, David. How are you? No, are you new? No, where are you watching us from? David Calixto, ano pangalan niya? May Tigbaw Vargas. Good evening. We love her too, no? Good evening, Attorney Lira, and to all viewers. May, kumusta po? Are you well? Yeah, are you cold? Ang lamig, no? Hopefully you're not so cold. But I don't know when winter is going to finish. Laging maginaw. Bella the Explorer. I was late. Di ba? Magandang gabi po sa lahat. Oh no! May trangkaso siya. Trangkaso plus sore throat. Chicken pox. Oh no! From school. Hope everyone is healthy. Oh no, Bella, I'm so sorry. Oh no, I hope you're feeling better, no? I hope someone's looking after you, no? And you get it's Tony Lira, can you tell us about those books behind you? Oh, so gorgeous. I thought my libro ko. Itong malaking to, it's about it. Actually, I have a couple Bibles na dito, no? And I have old books. I love old books. And alam ko hindi, especially yung mga bata nga ngayon, no, hindi na usong sa libro kasi you have your Kindle, of course you have your iPad nga. Ako, I'm old-fashioned. I like my books, and I like old books. Dahil pagka hinihipo mo yun, it just feels so like you're part of history. So yeah, I have old books, but ito to my right or to your left nga, no? They're actually old Bibles nga nito. Ito malaki, no? That's an old Bible. So from years and years ago. I mean, I can't actually even remember. It's like a century old, no? So it's a while ago. So yeah, no, I'm glad you like it. Now, so we're going to have a very short break, no? So saglit lang nga po, and then we're going to have our usual question and answer portion nga. And we have some really interesting questions. So stay tuned po, no? Saglit lang po. See you soon. Welcome back po. No? Welcome again to Lira in Law on our usual Thursday evening broadcast po natin. No? Every Thursday kami, 7:30 to 8:30, tackling any questions you may have, any legal questions nga you may have, especially po to do with immigration. And today nga, immigration, hindi lang immigration and family law. No? So welcome po with broadcasting live, no? As usual from London, England. Ang pangalan po Lira Simon Kabatbat, hence Lira in Law. And I'm a solicitor of over 30 years post-qualification experience. And I'm with Douglas Simon Solicitor. So welcome back po. Thank you very much for joining me again. Now, we have some questions and we have some really interesting questions. Tingnan natin kung sabi mga viewers natin may questions natin ako. Okay, babasahin ko nga lang daw. Okay. Good day to everyone. No? I'm sending this question to ask about the possible visa na pwedeng i-apply ng 25 years old na anak ko. He's currently working in Qatar. Okay? Ang gusto niya, pumunta dito para magkasama kami. Under spouse visa po ako at saka kasal kami ng asawa kong British dito sa UK. Gratitude in advance. I get these questions a lot. No? Dahil nga, of course, no, kung nandito na nga kayo, gusto nyo kapiling ang mga pamilya nyo, especially mga bata 25 years old na nga siya. Now, unang-una, bad news is kung 25 na nga siya, then then you won't be able to bring him in probably, no? British nga yung asawa mo, you won't be able to bring him in as your dependent. Dahil ang deadline po for dependent visas, usually, unless there's an EU, former EU issue nga, is 18. So, of course, lagpas ng edad niya, 25 years old na nga siya. No? Now, kung hindi mo siya pwedeng kunin na sa dependent, you should look at other things. No? So, kung gusto niyo matagalan, so ibig sabihin, hindi nga lang pwedeng visit visa, maximum 6 months nga kayo dito. Then, you maybe gusto niyo tingnan employment, for example. No? Employment would be under the points-based system. Some people nga, kung meron silang experience nga, they may be considered to be under the shortage occupation list, for example. Okay. Now, at the moment, you can still apply to enter the United Kingdom nga as a carer. Yung nga lang, from the 11th of March, applicants looking to come into the country as carers from the 11th of March, kung dun sila nagpasok, will no longer be able to bring their family into the United Kingdom. Okay, so beware po, which is a bit of a shame, but that's the law. So tingnan mo, no? It could be that he can come into the country to work. Hindi ko alam kung anong ginagawa nga niya sa Qatar. Of course, he can come into the country potentially to study, but maybe that's not really interesting dahil may trabaho na nga siya sa atin. Tsaka mahal ng tuition fee dito kung foreign student ka. So focus, I would say, on the possibility nga of employment. Now, kung interesado kayo, meron siyang experience, interesado nga kayo as a carer, for example, email me later on under lira@douglas-simon.com. Dahil kung gusto mo yun, kung interesado nga siya, I'll send you nga the conditions, no? Anong kailangan niyang pakita. And then, tingnan nyo, you never know. It may be something that assists. So, so unfortunately, not as a dependent. Unlikely po. Unlikely. Yeah. Now, I think we have a second question nga, no? Okay, so ito po. Actually, this is on point to our topic nga ngayon, no? Pleasant day, sabi po niya, no? My question is, divorce na po ako sa UK, pero hindi pa po na-submit for acknowledgement sa Pinas. Since kinasal rin po kami doon ng ex-husband ko. Currently, kinasal po ako sa isang kapwa Pinoy dito sa Europe and nasa Pinas po siya ngayon. Okay. Gusto po sa amin, sana naming mag-apply ng spouse visa para makapunta siya dito. Good idea. Kailangan po bang mag-acknowledge muna sa Pinas ang divorce ko bago ko may apply ang spouse visa? No. So, I mean, ang ganda nga nitong question na ito kasi it's definitely on point with yung topic nga natin ngayon, no, which is divorcing in the United Kingdom. Kung if you petition for divorce nga dito, tapos naman na, valid nga yun, of course, in the UK, most countries, nga lang daw the Philippines. Now, kung kukunin mo yung asawa, yung fiancé mo, no, o asawa mo actually, yung asawa mo, yung pangalawang mong asawa dito, kailangan mo pakita, of course, that you can, nakasal nga kayo. Now, kung kasal nga kayo dito, kinasal kayo sa Europe, that's a valid marriage. And so you can make an application for spouse visa. Pagpasok nga siya. Kahit nasa Pilipinas siya, kahit nasa Pilipinas nga ang ex mo, kukunin mo siya, ang i-apply nila, kailangan nilang i-apply na batas, yung English law, immigration rules, of course. No? So, ibig sabihin, dito, you validly divorced. Dito, you validly married. Kinasa nga kasi sa Europe. That means, spouse mo siya, asawa mo nga siya, yung pangalawa mong asawa. That means also, pwede mo siyang kunin. So, the answer is yes, you can. Careful dahil from, I suspect, April rather than March now, tataas nila yung income requirement. The income requirement presently is still 18,600. Now, from probably April rather than March, itataas po nila yung income requirement before tax will go up to £29,000. So, kung kapos ang sweldo mo, ang payo ko, gawin mo na nga ngayon. But the good news is, yun nga. So, you properly divorced, you therefore meant you were properly married, and you can properly apply for him to join you in the United Kingdom. So, gawin mo. Do it sooner rather than later kung may nagdududa sa income. So, and let me know what happens. Let me know what happens. So, it's I'd be very interested. Good luck. And I think we have another question nga, no, Ata?
Hello to all the people in this program. So I am asking on behalf of my friend. She is currently in the London, UK, and she has also a British husband. So I know that this is not the right platform to ask or seek for some advices, but I think this would be a really huge help for her. So the case is, every time na nagagalit po yung kanyang husband is madalas po siyang sigawan, and she finds it really embarrassing, lalo na't naririnig na rin to ng mga kapitbahay niya. And also, I am a bit worried because what if dumating to sa physical abuse, hindi natin masabi. So, ano po kaya yung first step na kailangan niyang gawin, lalo na't parang gusto niya na rin pong makipag-divorce sa asawa niya. Yun po. Thank you.
Oh, sorry to hear about that, no? I mean, she can count herself lucky na meron nga siyang kaibigan nga who's concerned for her. Now, what can she do? What should she do? Unang-una, you can protect yourself, no? By making an application, for example, for injunctive relief. So, kung inaabuso nga kayo o kaya hindi nga lang binubugbog kayo but mentally inaabuso nga kayo, then lagi kayong sinisigawan, you can potentially apply nga for injunctive relief, injunction po, stopping him from harassing you, causing you harm, or sometimes the injunction can also mean he gets kicked out of the matrimonial home, no? So papalayasin mo siya. So you stay in the home and he has to go. At the very least, no, I think it's probably an idea to see a solicitor. The solicitor can do what's called a letter before action. No? So kung kliyente ko siya, susulat ako sa mister niya, sasabihin ko, look, these are of concern. Unless you cease from this action, then we're going to take steps to protect my client. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Dahil nga, yung mga kliyente ko, sometimes takot nga sila kung makakuha ng sulat nga si mister, baka talagang bugbugin siya. No? In that case, you can make an application for an injunction immediately. You can also make an application for what's called ex parte injunction. Ibig sabihin po nun, hindi niya malalaman muna na nagpasok ka ng application. Na makukuha nga lang niya, may order na to say, he should not subject you to harassment, violence, ganon. Okay? So injunction is very much a possibility. Now, of course, yeah, she can, kung wala na nga sila, she's tried, but the marriage is not working nga, then she can make an application, of course, for divorce. No? Yung pinag-usapan natin kanina. And I'll be more than happy to send yung step-by-step guide for divorce proceedings. Ang kailangan nga lang niyang una is the marriage contract niya at saka the fee of £593. Hindi niya kaya yun, then in some cases you can apply for exemption of fee. Napakalaki niya, 593. So she can petition for divorce. Yung nga lang, kailangan niya pakita na they've been married a minimum of 1 year and she's been resident in the United Kingdom, or she's been living in the United Kingdom, habitually resident in the UK, again a minimum nga of 1 year. Now, the only thing also, hindi nga niya sinabi kung may problema potentially on immigration. Kung may hindi pa siya indefinite nga dito o hindi nga siya Brito nga dito, then there's the possibility of making an application under the domestic violence route. Okay? So ibig sabihin, kailangan makikita sa home office na ito nga ang nangyari. Hindi nga lang na nag-aaway nga kayo, no? Hindi kayo laging nagbabatian. It has to be more than that. And usually kailangan nilang ebidensya. So by that they mean police report, police action, injunction application, no, injunction order. So gusto na makita talagang totoo yung sinasabi nyo. So if you prove that, if you satisfy them that indeed you were subjected to domestic violence, then it could be na makakakuha ka ng visa, mapapalitan yung visa mo sa spouse to that of indefinite leave to remain under the domestic violence route, indefinite, no? So ibig sabihin settlement visa ka na immediately nga dito. So it's there are quite a lot of things that could be done, and of course aside from that, you can make contact now with the police. So maybe sometimes mga tao, no, as long as they're talking, they are talked to by the police. Sometimes tumitino sila. Not always though, unfortunately. That's certainly my experience with my clients nga. But the main thing out of all of that is don't sit in silence. No? That I come across too often nga mga tao that it's gone on for many years, no? And it's affected their health, not just physically but also mental health nga. And sometimes sometimes it goes even further than that, no? That clients are hurt and physically nga din, and sometimes even worse than that. So do something about it. That's the first step. And there and kung hindi mo kaya dahil if you're worried about costs, then some firms would also offer what's called legal aid, no? because you've been subjecting us to domestic violence. But as I say, do something about it. Because nakakatakot nga, no? Baka hindi nga lang bubugin ka. It may go further than that. So I'm so sorry that you're having to go through that. But the good thing is, you're not alone. Yung kaibigan mo nga, no? Nag-message nga sa atin. So I'm sorry I'm sorry to hear that. But so and again, kung gusto mong padala ko sa iyo yung step-by-step guide nga, just email me. Obviously, it'll be confidential, and I'll send you, happy to send you nga the details, no? So it's I think that those are our only questions for tonight. Great questions though, great questions. I mean, it's always nga astonishing to me that you take the time, no, to compose your questions. Salamat po. Oh, kamusta? Galing kay Bella the Explorer, no? I miss the smell of newspapers in the morning plus cup of tea. You know, Bella, I think we are definitely we're so alike, you know. So especially pagkalinggo, I do love to have nga newspaper. I mean, I know, no, pwede mo basahin on the iPad, pero iba no? So the kind of flicking it, no? And then, meron kang cup of tea. Preferably, there's buttered toast. Gugutom ako. Hindi pa ako kumakain. I hope kumain na nga kayo. So it's, it's paper books, no? Sa likod ko nga, Bella was asking, ano nasa likod ko. And they're old books, no? Just because I love books, which probably not a bad thing. That as a solicitor, you have to read so many books. I mean, in the olden days, no, when I qualified, libro, no, there was not even internet at the time, no. And certainly, you can't just study using your laptop nga o kayong iPad mo. If you're lucky, you can queue up for computer nga. But otherwise, it's all paper. No? You have to write out your answers. At saka mga libro. And I remember carrying these heavy books. But it's been, so it's, so I mean, it's a good thing also, no? Na, you don't have to carry so many books. But I do love books. Anyway, I do love books. Now, it's gone so fast, no? Alas 8:30 na nga. It's astonishingly quick. I don't know about you, but I certainly have a good time on Thursdays, no? Salamat po for joining me. Now, shout out. Edgar, hello. Sorry, Edgar Duway and his lovely other half, no? Last week, unfortunately, hindi ko napansin yung greetings niya. So, my apologies. How are you? Hopefully, you're okay. Now, so it's oh gosh, it's another week. Pag-uusapan po natin next week, dahil nga magbabagong batas by next week, is carers po. Pag-uusapan natin, no? There've been lots and lots of people coming to the UK nga as carers. There've been lots and lots of controversy also around that. So mag-uusapan po natin next week is carers, just because the change of the law on the 11th of March. Now, otherwise, so thank you again po for so tingnan natin, mayroon pa ba mga additional greetings? Bella, I love her, no? What's your favorite Filipino ulam po? Adobo, madam. No doubt about it. Actually, I was looking up. I am a crack cook. I truly am, and ako nagsiselos ako sa mga taong magaling magluto. I'm a crack cook. The only thing na pinagtsatsagaan ko, and I still am horrible at it, is yung adobo. I looked up the adobo recipe, no? Actually from New York Times, they have a great one. Meron daw. I mean, I didn't know that you should or could add nga coconut milk. I've never added coconut milk to my adobo. It's always nga soy sauce, no? Of course, no, vinegar, yun. But otherwise, no. It's So anyway, adobo po. Oh, Ma'am Cora, Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers this coming Sunday. Thank you po for reminding me, Ma'am Cora. Yeah, Happy Mother's Day to everyone for this Sunday. Yun na nga, Bella the Explorer, Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, heart emojis. Yun nga. Happy Mother's Day po. Completely forgot about it. No, itong linggo, no? Make sure chocolate or roses or anything like that. Or at least say hello, no? Bella, national dish ng mga British is curry. Why is that? Indian dish. Yeah, I don't know actually. I don't know, Bella. But I must say, I've had curries nga in Germany, so France. Whenever I visit, I like curry. So whenever I visit other countries, sinusubukan ko. Best curry still is definitely England, definitely. So I'm not surprised. It's their kind of it's their national dish, informal national dish. I think probably formal national dish is probably, I don't know, Yorkshire pudding, roast. I also like Yorkshire pudding, but nothing beats adobo. So I hope that you can have adobo on Mother's Day. So something go, no? Actually, I'm gonna have a go at cooking adobo on Mother's Day. Oh, Miss Rafael, Happy Mother's Day to all mothers on Sunday. Happy Mother's Day po, Miss Rafael. I hope they're treating you well on Sunday, and you get lots and lots of chocolate, lots and lots of rest, and flowers also. Flowers will not go amiss on Mother's Day. So it's Mother's Day again. No, okay. I mean, every year, of course, it's Mother's Day. So, again, salamat po. Thank you very much for joining me tonight at Lira and Lo Broadcasting Live from London, England. Kung meron kayong mga questions po, feel free to contact us via Facebook. If you tune in, you can also tune in, of course, by YouTube. Otherwise, email me po sa liraandlo, LIL, at douglas-simon.com. Okay, or visit us on our website. Tingnan nyo, we try and update nga. So when we talk about things nga like this, we try and update nga our website, and of course yung Facebook nga namin. Now, so just to say, thank you po for keeping me company on this cold Thursday. Thursday evening nga. And thanks again po to the Facebook group admins for allowing us to get into their Facebook page nga. It's to post our videos and also content. Salamat po. Now, so otherwise, until next time, same place po at Lira and Lo. See you soon. Thank you.